Hi. I used to be a lot better with this. Now I'm looking to see if a game shows up, and it should. Huh. Oh, for some reason I thought my model wasn't working. Um, Minecraft is a very odd game to stream because now it's just not showing up when it should. Why is that, I wonder? There we go, fantastic. All right. So, hi. I have been playing Minecraft modded through a friend's pack. They curated it themselves, and it is on a bit of a private server, I suppose. And I have been learning rather, about the create mod. Now, before this started a few months back, I had no familiarity with the. Now that's interesting. That's very interesting. Someone has been fucking with. Why are my. No shit. Okay. Okay. I see what's going on. I thought someone was playing a prank on me. But no, I know exactly what's happening. It's not this floor. Yeah, no. Get this out. Um, this didn't also go with that, did it? No. Okay. So that's an oopsie on my part. So let's fix this while we have the opportunity. I will explain in a bit. So the entire idea of the server is based on the fact that Create Aeronautics came out like the week or so before. And the idea was to simply just have like a server where you can all build ships and stuff like that. I am playing Minecraft. If I'm not mistaken, you had a video premiere. How'd that go? If you've already done it. You can't use feral claws or a banned bauble in what server? Because I can use it just fine. No self-respecting mod pack as an innate. What is wrong with having more attack speed? Well, thankfully, this is a place where balance has no meaning because I am pretty much endgame here. I mean, look at this. I could just zip zoom all around the fucking place if I really wanted to. You know, I had so much generated with distant horizons that I could see so much stuff around me. But then I realized for some fucking reason, my launcher downloaded Minecraft into the C drive, so I had to quickly get rid of some stuff. But I'm at the point where I'm just sticking around here in my base or in the basement, the factory, as it were. Prominence update. I'm a bit lost. What is the prominence update? Like, what is it for? Let's see. The last time I remember playing anything with an RPG element was Craft to Exile. That was a few years back. That was a fun time. Forge your own endgame, huh? That seems kind of fun looking. It does look like a lot. If I'm looking for something new for Minecraft, I might actually have to look into doing this because it does look like a genuinely good time for someone like myself. Because I'm going to be completely real. This is a generated structure that I took over and I just started building stuff around and under. I'm very much the type of person who likes to just go from spawn, build a quick house, and then just explore, get a whole bunch of crap, and then go from there. So I figure maybe a mod like that has more focus on RPG elements, you know, to suit someone who likes to collect a whole bunch of stuff like me. Maybe that would be fun. But for this mod pack, especially nowadays, um, my focus has been learning and putting to use knowledge of the Create mod, which I never really had a chance to get into. Actually, let me do this. You know what's funny? It actually did. Uh, It did, in fact, have the estrogen mod in this pack. However, I forgot what was causing an issue, but it had to be removed, which sucked because I don't like that. I do not like seeing that sad face. Um, I had a ring that you can just easily craft and fly around, so I had to utilize some other things in this pack to be able to do this. I had to kill the Nether Dragon using the Elytra and a Wither. So with both, I can fly around at very quick speeds, but it is a pain in the ass if you're trying to do some very sensitive building, because you will jump up to the ceiling and hit your head, regardless of height. But yeah, I started with a very simple room. Figure, okay, well, I'm going to make like a boiler. That's cool. Power some things, make a little experience shower. Friend of mine decided to come in here one day and just make all this stuff. But then I thought, well, I want to make the boiler bigger. So I built downwards. The Icarus mod, never heard of it, and we don't have it. Hmm. But yeah, I learned how to do blaze cakes. Got that going. Got way too many fucking eggs. But the boil is perpetually fueled. So I'm good with that. And now we come to my latest project. This fucking monstrosity of a netherite scrap factory. If it would work. I don't know why. I think it has something to do with the recipes, like the custom recipes, or something maybe like the server tick rate or something like that. I don't know. But for some reason, out of nowhere, they'll just stop working. They'll work when they feel like it. I remember a few days ago when I just got this working. It took about 6.5 minutes or 7 minutes just to get one spout to actually, you know, do what it should be doing. And so I figured, fine, it'll come back later because another friend of mine had the same issue with his factory. And sure enough, out of nowhere, they all started working again. I don't know what's up with it. I don't want to think about what's up with it. So I continued on. But basically, this generates a fair amount of netherite scrap in a short amount of time, and I am just now putting the finishing touches on what I consider to be the heart of the factory. Well, the beating heart, anyway. It's a cobble generator. Cobble generator that probably needs to be put on pause for a second, because it's got, what, 26k, and I think that's the max that particular one can hold. But yeah, I was trying to make a proper room for this place, along with the netherrack generator. And I figure, you know what, I might as well stream it just for fun, see if anyone would want to come say hi. Oh, it's also got Cobblemon. Not that I'm super into that, of course. Right. But yeah, it's a pretty nice little design, I think, where I can just have the cobble come out of the or the vault through belts, and then once up against that particular funnel, I have this thruster over here that'll actually smelt materials if it's right up against it. So what I need is stone for both netherrack and in haunting the stone to make infested stone, to make experience nuggets, to go into the netherite, whatever the fuck it's called, the dust, incomplete netherite powder or something. So I just make it go both ways. And at least with the netherrack vault, I can make it go to other places like that blaze cake factory. But I think it's a neat little conveyor belt trio that I've got going on here for like a three at a time thing. What is that Pokemon over there doing? Okay. Anyway, I had to use something a bit different. I was trying to use three basins with three mixers, but I have come to learn very quickly that mixers use cog based activation as opposed to shaft based operation. And I really didn't feel like trying to figure out how to make three basins or three mixers go off in a row. So I just opted to go for a gold mixer. And honestly, I think it works out pretty well. It still does what I want it to do exactly. So, shrug. Oh, I should turn this off, huh? And I put this in just earlier, and I figure, well, I could just load up on stone, just have it in a limited oak barrel, just in case I feel like putting stone wherever. Because I think this is just about... What the hell? No, none of that. I want to say the max is around 50, but I don't actually know yet. I need to write something down somewhere. Or... At the very least, I'm trying to get the Netherrack vault to be a bit more full because it uh, not relies. It's got two things that rely on it now instead of just one, like that. Now, why do I need so much Netherite scrap? Truthfully, I don't. I actually don't need that much Netherite scrap unless, I just wanted to go hog crazy and make a whole bunch of Netherite blocks, which I kind of do. Kind of. How many? Let's see. I need six more of those suckers, and it's really just down to me getting off my ass and getting some gold. sand? Here? Alright. Oh. Right, I should probably get something from home real quick. It's been right here the whole time. Ugh. Whatever. My question is, how much gold do you suppose I would need to be able to reasonably make netherite ingots out of all of the scrap that I've got right now? Actually, you know what? I can crunch those numbers right now. So I need 4 gold ingots and 4 scrap to make 1 netherite ingot. So that means, let's just say 3,200 as a base. Divided by 4, which means 800 divided by, well, divided by 64. 13.3 stacks of gold is what I need. Which, dang. Okay. Of course, loading up all that and trying to do it manually is kind of a pain in the ass. I could toss them into a mixer if I really wanted to. In fact, I I'm thinking out loud here. I wonder if I could put them into those multiple conveyor belts and have it go reverse. No, because the funnels were gonna stop them. Huh. I mean, I guess I could just make a completely new mixer setup and just go from there, but wonderful little pickaxe replacement called the Void Forge. It's a souped up version of a boss drop in this mod pack. It's a netherite pickaxe, but it has absolutely no durability to worry about, so I don't have to deal with mending at all or unbreaking. It just goes. Especially with efficiency 5 slapped onto it. 6 even. The downside, however, is the fact that it's fucking huge. And it is very, very distracting whenever I click. So unfortunately, I've had to do this on occasion. I can't target clay, and I don't feel like digging it out. You know, ironically, I have not run into diamonds yet in this new dimension. At least I don't think I have. But that's not really the concern now, is it? If I really wanted diamonds, I could just go to the overworld and just tunnel like this. You would be surprised at how frequently diamonds show up. What am I up to? I'm up to 571. Not bad. Could be higher. You know, while I'm at it, I should probably go for the iron ores too. That is one thing I do want to make next, is an actual iron farm. Or generator, rather. But at the same time, it's like I could probably have a very good yield of iron if I just go over here and farm myself. Especially for copper. Like, oh my god, there's so much copper. So I'm having a small problem. I might be hanging out with someone, and considering the Florida heat during the summer, I feel like it's very hard to suggest somewhere to go. So I feel like the reasonable thing to do would be to go to a movie somewhere indoors with air conditioning. And so they're down with that. And then I figure, wait, what movies are even playing right now? And all I see are fucking Backrooms, Obsession, um, Disclosure Day, and then there's stuff like Minions and Toy Story 5. And I'm just like, oh no. That's not exactly a good selection, IMO. I would think Spider Man would be a decent enough play. But that comes out at like the very tail end of the month, and that's after my birthday. Then again, I guess that's kind of irrelevant in this situation. But I don't want. I don't want to wait until the end of the month and also go see a like a big Marvel movie. Because I know if I see it the day it comes out or near the day it comes out, there's gonna be so many fucking people. I'm not for that, you know? Oh, I'll get a few more. I'll tell you what I can make with a whole bunch of netherite is an upgrade for my backpack or chests where I could effectively just have infinite storage. And it's expensive as all hell. I think it requires a whole shitload of netherite blocks. And I'm like, oh, wait, I can do that. I can make that if I really want to. I guess I can put all this cobble in the vault too while I'm at it. Okay, 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 okay. I think I'm good. Ah, that's not where I want to be. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it is a tick thing, and I've just been overdoing it. Cobblestone. That's my backpack. What am I doing? I've got too much copper. I don't know what to do with 5,000 ingots worth of it. And 392 blocks. Jesus. Right, okay. Sand, I can just smelt that later. Man, I never thought I'd be looking at an inventory completely full of stacks of netherite scrap. Considering how hard it is just to find one piece of netherite or ancient debris. Fuck. And here I am generating it like it's completely nothing. There we go. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Not bad, not bad. Now I just need to make some blocks. Right, okay. Wait, I guess I could. It don't matter, I'm already up here. Okay. So, I need... What do I need? I need a echo shard, a netherite block, a green canister. No. No, it is a green canister. Just get all this over here. Yeah, that's it. So I need... How many can I get? One? No way. Ain't no way I'm down to... Okay. How many do I need? 6? Yeah. Almost there. And there we go. One sec. So now the Vitality Blade is complete. $48 attack. Oh my goodness. I need to see if I can push it to 50. Can I push it to 50? I don't know. Maybe with sharpness 6, but I'd have to find a cork book for that. And even then, I don't think they, if anything, well, sharpness 6 might push it to fucking attack 50. Might. Now I need to do one more thing. And that would be getting more nether stars. I hate this. I hate how the nether stars is the big hurdle for me. I could easily do it. It's just uh I gotta farm wither skeletons and that's no fun. I'll do that later. What am I gonna do with all these blocks of nether right now? You know, I have the means. I thought I had the means. I guess I don't. Where's my glowstone at? That's not a lot. Hey, let's fix that. Right, I gotta regenerate all this crap. Wow, even haste is like, nah, son. I gotta mine this the old-fashioned way. This Minecraft player still makes glowstone the old-fashioned way. I guess haste does help a bit. Give me a second. Way back in the day, I'm talking like 2011, I was running a city in a Minecraft server. I wouldn't really know if it's referred to as a city, maybe a kingdom, I don't know. And I had this obsession with glowstone because I think, one, it looks pretty, it still does. But also, I was terrified of walking around at night and then having monsters spawn. Now, I didn't want to be tacky and have an entire town with like torches all over the place. Plus, oh, glowstone, it's new, it's fascinating, it's fantastic looking, it's light. So I figure, okay, well, I guess I'll just get some glowstone. Of course, considering how hard it was to actually get up to places like this to get glowstone, I started becoming a bit obsessed with the idea of having it because it's like, oh, I worked my ass off to get back, up here. I'm going to make sure my town is sufficiently lit up. Maybe I also thought it was a bit of a flex. It's like, oh, I worked my ass off and I got all these new blocks. Look at me. And so I can't help but kind of go crazy whenever I'm in a very large pocket of glowstone like this. It's like I just keep going. It's like I don't need all of this glowstone. I have sufficient ways to light up my place at home now. Even more so than just this. So why do I keep doing this? I don't know. Old habits die hard. Now, um, how much do I have? Uh, enough. I'll say that. Damn. I'm looking for one more skull. Well, I wouldn't say one more skull, but, you know, it would be nice to have a wither to be able to be spawned. Right off the bat. Oh, a new fortress. I thought. It's weird. Weird, weird, weird. There we go. What up? Gunpowder is appreciated. Hey, a name tag. I came on with the express purpose of working on my factory backrooms, and here I am doing not that. Eh. Not too much interesting stuff going on right now. Let's see. I would like to go down. Take a small little break. I'm sorry, did I just hear a spout go off? What? Huh. Bleh. So, okay. I guess I could explain how this works. So I get netherrack from the vault, and I guess subsequently from the heart, the generator, and that goes into two lines: the cinderflower line and then the powdered obsidian line. With this taking a bit more effort because it has to go through a haunted catalyst, or maybe it's a seething catalyst. Pretty sure it's a seething catalyst. And then that turns into magma. Then it goes through a washing catalyst to turn it into obsidian. Okay. Once it goes through the crusher, it has a 75% chance of becoming powdered obsidian. Or, for some reason, it just doesn't work. So, this is this was something I completely discovered completely on accident. If I have a brass funnel or a funnel just going upwards, it'll actually shoot up, and then I can just make it go right back at down into the limited oak barrel that I have the obsidian coming out of. So it gives it a better chance to actually become powdered obsidian. Now I have to BRB one more time. All right. Anyway, I don't. I don't think I need 11,000 blaze cakes to power one mechanical arm and one, well, not the mechanical arm, but rather the blaze burner that's under this one, because it needs to be superheated to make all this stuff. So maybe I'll shut that off for a bit later on. Anyway, so that's the powdered obsidian. This is the initial netherrack line. It's whatever. I've got netherrack coming out of here, grinding into cinder flour, and boom, that's it. That's the entire process. I don't have to worry about that at all. So this is netherite dust, which has to go through a tumultuous and lengthy process. And I guess that one's gone. So it has to get pressed by a nugget of experience first, lava spout, and then pressed in a press. Repeat that 5 times. And then netherite scrap with an 88% chance. Now, a friend of mine that inspired me to make this setup in the first place, his setup his setup usually has the entire line set out, right? Got the experience, got the lava, got the press, and then he has a mechanical arm stationed like right around over here with this stuff ending up on a depot, so we can just grab it and place it over here to start it over again. Now that's compact. That's fine. I, however, had a whole ton of floor room that I just felt like using, and I figured I'd try to make it in one go. And for a while, it worked perfectly. I mean, how else do you suppose I had about 3,000 on hand? But that's the problem. For some reason, uh, the lava spouts just decide to not work and are fickle about it. I don't know what causes it. I don't know why they act the way it does. We tried restarting the server on a few occasions because my friend also had the same issue, and it really just boils down to waiting until it feels like it wants to work again. I theorize that it might have to do with custom recipes being accessed and then the game doesn't know what to do. So it does something, I don't know, maybe scanning through every single possible recipe that it can until it finds it again. Or I had thought about this earlier today. Maybe it's a tick thing. Like all this shit that I've got going on is somehow pushing over the limit and it's just become a massive mess. And I really hope that's not the case, but I'm thinking of shutting everything off just to see what happens. But I have to remember what goes where. Although, I guess in technicality, I could just do this. If I wanted to shut everything down, so now nothing works. It's all just placed, and that's it. Well, anything on the bottom floors, anyway. Now let's see. Even with everything mostly off, it's still kind of going high on that meter. I wonder why. You don't suppose it's all the crap on the belts, do you? Hmm. I wonder if maybe the boats have something to do with it. I don't know. I doubt it would be boats. Also, I completely forgot that I was not up. Oops. It don't matter. I may have gone a bit too far because I'm realizing now. Yes, the other thing that uses blaze cake does not need 10,000 of the suckers, but at the same time, it's like, maybe I should get some back. Just a bit. Yeah, had to let the cat out, and I guess I forgot to unmute. But yeah, glad to see you. I am trying to work on this factory back room because it does not look great, and I want to fix that. Which means I need to do a lot of boring stuff. I figured, hey, I'll stream it, see what happens. I have this weird urge to do so. Where's my axe? Right here. Okay. I think doing something. Broke all these omnis. Uh-oh. I think I'm using only two. I hope that's the case. Oh. I knew something felt off. There's the culprit, you little bastard. The song is from Rez, actually. It's a good game. Alright, I gotta define the floor plan here. Hmm. I got one more. Um, I think it's been okay for the most part. I might be hanging out with somebody soon, but the problem is, the current selection of movies nowadays is just hot garbage. So I might have to either make a compromise and see something I'd really rather not want to see, or maybe we'll think of something better to do. Let's see, do I want this to be? I gotta make more andesite casing, and that's gonna be a bitch and a half. Uh, no, I want to have at least two spaces. All right. Fuck it. Why are there two? Why is there two cobblestone and a torch in here? That's why. Okay. Let's see. 30. I think 34 is the limit on this particular vault. Guess I'll just let some cobble out now. It is not. It is fun to watch the mass smelting going on. Well, that's the entire point, right? So cobble loads up to over here. Then, while it's backed up because it's specifically looking for stone, this thruster right here smelts it. So it eventually smelts into stone and then goes into this barrel, in which I can decide whether it goes over here or over here, or both at the same time. But now I don't have to physically mine a whole bunch of cobblestone to power up one or the other. I can just have this. And plus, it looks cool to see all the netherrack just go out on the belt. Hold on. Look at it go. And it goes all over in that vault right over there. So I think we're good. Oh, I actually hit the limit. Guess I'll smelt the rest. Why not? There's only a little bit left anyway. Hey, does this have a stack upgrade? It doesn't. The Omega tier. Which requires... I can stack it up to tier 5, which requires block and netherite and netherite ingots. Hey, guess what I'm producing in bulk? And that, unfortunately, will cost me fucking 9 of these things. Multiplies stacks per slot by the maximum value 33,055,431. It's basically infinite storage. And the funny thing is, I could absolutely craft that. No problem. What would that even look like in my backpack when I finally have it? Would it be the same? Probably not. Is this modded? Absolutely, yes. Abso-fucking-lutely. Sorry, I'm not feeling snarky. I cannot believe that this giant ass lush caves is just right here under my house. That's going to be a problem for future rooms, because I was intending on going a bit further down and making it like an iron or like an encasing room where I just make a whole bunch of like andesite casing, like iron casing, brass in general. But let's see. What do I want the ceiling to be? Maybe I just wanted to have it be standard. Maybe 1 over. Just the problem is trying to accommodate these, because I don't remember if I. Oh no, I can totally just go up to that iron block and just leave it there like this. Okay, that works. I'm fine with that. I'm gonna have to do something about this though. Anyway, hi Datry, how you doing? I was muted. So I had learned that the Science History Museum that was around for kids, but it was mainly science, uh, got demolished. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I remember spending so many field trips going over there and just having fun. And I had thought it was because of like a funding issue. Like, oh, no one goes there anymore. The education board has decided to cut, um, defund any field trip programs to go over there and whatever bullshit reason that they have. And my sister, who's not even living in town, said, oh, they're remaking it. I'm like, what? Turns out, yeah, they're planning on making a new version of the place with probably like a more modern-esque aquarium style aesthetic to it. I can't really think of a better way to explain it. Which is cool, but it's probably not going to be open until like 2030 something or something. Which, I mean, fine, take your time with it. But one thing I also noticed, unfortunately, is the concept had semi AI wording in it, and it's like, oh, that's sad, but it's concept art. If as long as they don't just blatantly shove AI bullshit into the museum itself, I guess I'm fine with it. Let's see if I can apply the same over here. One. Fish in a science thingy? Fish? I mean, Aqualife, prehistoric Aqualife. You know. But when I say aquarium aesthetic, I'm talking about like it's big indoors. It probably feels like it's 62 degrees year round. The big open kind of feel to it with it's dark, it's cool, it's nice. It's got a whole bunch of interactive stuff. And that's fun. That's always fun. I remember the most prominent year I had going to that place as a field trip was in fifth grade. And for some reason, maybe it was like a coincidental thing, but Crayola had rolled out a fun vehicle. Now, when I say fun vehicle, I mean like a little fun center where we were able to print out little puzzles based on a drawing that we made with crayons. It was a fun little, like, special paper that we put into a machine. I think it was like a drum or something like that. And it rolled across the paper and it cut the thing out into puzzle pieces. And it was fun because it was all jumbled up and you had to put it back together. And I thought that was the coolest shit as like a engineering thing, I guess. But I didn't realize that was the wording for it. But for some reason, I distinctly remember the smell of burnt crayons. I think they were like melting or pressing crayons into something as well at that place, but it was a very interesting trip to that museum, I'll say that much. All right, I think that's the roof. The ceiling tiles done for that section, question mark. I just need to apply the stone bricks and the iron bricks. You know, in theory, I could make a room out of this, but I wouldn't even know what to fucking start with it. I hate to waste all this space, but it's like, what am I gonna do? Storage? Question mark. Route pipes through it? I mean, if I need to, sure, but it's like I've already got the pipes here. I'll figure out what they're gonna look like later. I've already got walls coming up over here, so this is already going to be shrouded. It's like on one hand, this isn't really supposed to be a more like a public showroom. This is the showroom. Even though it's like this whole server has a population density of like 7 at most. So it's like ah, I would like to see more people join. I really would, but at the same time it's like, oh right, this is kind of a heavy mod. This might blow some computers up. Get out. It's like that gif of Patrick and the Rock. It's like, it's okay, Rocky. You go when you feel like. Spout. I'll just be alt tab watching a video and I suddenly hear it. It's like, oh, okay, now you decide to work? All right. I have also been really into Deltarune ever since Chapter 5 came out. Binge that in a 1 day session, and I'm very glad I did because I feel like people are relentless when it comes to spoiling stuff or just making memes of things that would be considered spoilers to others. But good chapter. Cannot wait for chapter 6 to come out next year. I really should finish the flooring. Okay. Uh, right. It is a game I wish I could have streamed, but at the same time, a game like that, you have to do ASAP in order to get like the most raw experience possible. Otherwise, you run the risk of running into, like, say, if you're an active streamer and you go to cons, you'll run into a cosplayer. You have a lot of voice chats with people. You run into them posting a video or having a soundboard of a thing that happens. Um, if you're on YouTube a lot and you haven't played it yet, you're at risk of some jackass who has a thumbnail of every single important thing that happens in the thing. And this doesn't pertain to Deltarune specifically either. This could be towards anything like the Backrooms movie. I was intending to see that myself, but I had been spoiled of a particular part with a like a particular character that I still know nothing about, but now that I know that he's there, it's like, oh, what's their deal? I don't know. I still need to watch it and find out, but kind of takes away the mystery a bit. And it's like I'm getting punished for not consuming the media as soon as it drops, like a chicken going for chicken feed as soon as the farmer drops it in the yard. Like I don't want to be like that, you know. Let's see. Um, I have to readjust this machine to make. Let's see. This right here needs to go. And this saw right here. Where's my wrench? There's my wrench. Fantastic. All right. Then I need to do this. You just dropped a can of tomatoes while opening it and splattered up towards all over my glasses. I mean, hey, it didn't fall on your foot or something, right? You know what's funny? The Blaze Cake factory right behind me requires a lava spout, and that works just fine. So I don't know why the other spouts are having anxiety issues. All right, let's see. I want this deployer to deploy andesite. Oh, right. No, I should at least define what the saw should do first, because I did that once and that was not a fun time. Oak log. Ding dong. Uh, okay, buddy. All right, buckwheat. You know, if I have an iron dispenser all the way on the other side of the room, I can make a shitload of nuggets, and I can also make enough andesite alloy to fit with this. I wonder. See, now I'm wondering. Can I just make andesite, or do I have to mine it? Uh, yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to make it. That's fine, though. So let's see. I put this over here, andesite alloy, so it goes through the chute onto the deployer, ready to go. That's not right. Oh shit, that's not. Huh. Okay. Good. That's one. Now I just need a shitload more. I made a simple tree farm based on the tutorial. And I'm suddenly remembering why I hooked this up to the other side of the factory. But you know what? How about... while we wait, we do a bit of building right now. So now, if I want to speed this process up, and I really want to go crazy with it, that's not how I do it. Hmm. There we go. I've been having a lot of fun with display links as of late, or display signs. Because now I'm thinking, like, that's real fancy. Like, being able to just put up a little sign, all I have to do is just power with a cogwheel and then have a smart observer linked up to a display link and then have it say, hey, there's X amount of things in this object, and then it'll just display it to this particular part. I guess it's kind of like Double D with his label machine, just to make a 90s kid reference. But yeah, like this thing right here, if I ever find myself in another create server, I'm absolutely making this as soon as I fucking can. Because look at all this shit, right? 25,715 oak logs just for the taking, just for the using, just immediately needing like something to do with. And saplings, and sticks, and apples on top of the excess storage that I have for it. That's nuts. If I was making a large wooden like structure, this would have been absolutely perfect. In fact, if I was still making a like a large building with stone bricks, this whole system would have been perfect because I could just set it up to have cobble smelt into stone, cutter it into or stone mechanical saw, yeah, saw it into stone bricks, and then have it be over here, and then boom, I'd have about God, how many stone bricks do I have right now? I have, let's just say 6,000 just lying around somewhere. That's probably twice as many as I used way back in like 2015 for that one town I made, Avanti. Like, whoa, this mod is nuts if you know how to use it right. It's crazy. It's almost a shame that this is a small, tight knit, or I wouldn't say tight knit, it's a small server. Like, I would love to do something with all this that isn't just personal gain, you know? So I'm thinking this, but on a much, much larger scale. I'm thinking like have a system where it comes out of a chest and then this splits up into three ways, much like how I did with the netherrack, right? And then have it go through three deployers. Maybe have a room that does multiple types of fucking cases, I guess. Because let's be real, I have so much oak. It's nuts. I can make casing all day. Because if I have, I could easily get a whole bunch of andesite from the mining dimension. I can get a whole bunch of iron right here. Like 901 times Let's do some quick maths. So I get 9 nuggets for 1 ingot, and I need 2 for 1 piece of andesite alloy. So let's see, 9 divided by 2, that's 4.5 times 900. That's 4,050 divided by 2. That's about 2,000 pieces of andesite alloy I can make right this second if I so choose. Or something like that. But if I had an iron farm, right? Like a dedicated row of these things, which can be modular. Or if I make something of my own design, you know, it's basically free. That's all the andesite casing I could ever need. And what the fuck is this? Am I out? Oh, that sucks. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right. I'll make some. Guess I got too caught up in the whole theoretical. I didn't realize I need it now. All right. Shove all this in the terminal. Oh, it's gonna be like that, ain't it? Yes, sir. Never have enough nuggets. All right, let's try this one more time. No fucking way. That's it? Ugh, whatever. Looks like my next project is involving going back into the mining dimension. Eh? Maybe I have some in the old storage. Only 10? Bull. Hmm. Byproduct not using anything? I'm pretty sure no. Farmer's Delight? I don't care about that. I'm gonna be real. Let's see. Paper. And organic compost. I have no need for paper right now. And even if I did, I could simply just go over. This is the wrong room. Over here. It is a very small, compact sugarcane farm with a very special block that accelerates plant growth by a multitude of, I forgot how much. But basically, once it gets to a certain point, the observer pushes the cane, and then this has a magnet that picks it up and then immediately goes onto the belt. But I'm not about to watch a cane grow just for one little blip. You get the idea. Well, again, I'm not using paper for anything. I got no reason. I wonder. I wonder what I could do about having a filter specifically for the oak logs and then have that go into a system that goes underneath the house through chutes and then end up in the end like the casing room and just have a perpetual supply without me having to go off like come out every once in a while and get logs. It'd have to be like right around here though. But that also means I have to deal with all this. Would have to hook up your secondary material too. Yeah. I mean, I could probably have like a little spot that makes at least makes the brass. Because unfortunately, brass is not perpetual, nor is andesite. Oh, that's right. I made an effort to try this. Ugh. What's up? No. The screamer. I don't know why I'm going down this tunnel. Wah. The little freak. Where's the food? There's the food. I don't need any of this. I don't want to kill the ore tortoises, but they just get in the way of my sword. Right. I got very distracted. Even now, I'm even more distracted because I'm so enthralled by these giant, lush caves. It's like, what's around the corner? I gotta know. Like, what's up with this? It's a fucking house that I've already been to, apparently. How odd. Right. I'm fine with that. Now I need andesite casing. Hey, I also need what iron blocks. You know what's funny? I need one andesite alloy. At least I think I just need one. Damn it, I need multiple. Okay. Shit. Fine. Maybe I can just place down what I've got and then deal with the rest later. I don't know. I think that's it, actually, for the logs. Cool. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Um, Thinking out. Just thinking. I don't need the sword. What am I doing? Whoa. That's not right. Oh, I see you. Thought you got away, huh? I don't think so. I've wondered how do you suppose how do I suppose I would perform in an actual SMP? Not that I'm in the position to join one, because I don't really associate with Minecraft tubers. But it's like I've seen plenty. Well, not a whole lot, but a fair amount. And they seem kind of fun. It's like, yeah, sure, I'm not exactly the most social person. I'm not exactly jumping out of my seams just to be able to meet people. But I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm at my best when I interact with other people, like on stream, I guess, because I have someone to bounce back off of. But the unspoken truth, unfortunately, is I feel like a lot of the people that would do SMPs are, well, younger. I'm saying like early 20s, I think. It's like, would I even be able to associate very well? That's the concern. But it is an entertaining thought, like being able to make something like this with so many people watching, and like being able to see it in person, be like, "Oh my God, Chris, that's a look at all this stuff. That's crazy. I don't even know how to do any of this. I don't know. I'm being stupid." What song is this? Ah, hum, hum. I should probably have the magnet on. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot of clay in the netherrack vault, which, I mean, I could just clean out, no problem. Which, yeah, fuck it. Let's see. What is the rule here? Iron 1, 2, 3. Iron. Iron. 1, 2, 3. Iron. The iron. Okay. I think once I get all this wall and flooring done, I'm absolutely gonna have to focus on lighting. Not like it matters because I have mega torches to repel any kind of mob spawning, but I want to make it look nice, you know. But I'm also probably gonna have to sacrifice the rest of my iron generator results, just so I can make more of these suckers. Hmm. Make a door over here too while I'm at it. By the way, check out my skin. Friend of mine was able to make it. We tried to talk about glasses, but unfortunately we just weren't, like, when we did apply glasses, uh it just looked weird. And I figured, okay, well, I'll just make the lie and say I'm wearing contacts or something like that. But I think it looks pretty damn cool, honestly. A lot better than the one I had before. Oh my goodness. I gotta do a reset. Get all this crap out of my inventory. Have a clean slate of mind. Get some more of that. Wait, the stonecutter's down here. Wait, plating. Wonderful. I fucked it up somewhere. Unfortunate. Well, that's no problem. Got the fucking moon jump going on. Now, let's see. You know, if I wasn't making a wall, this would be a nice viewpoint. Just like a nice little window. Kinda. Alright, I think I can start placing these down. Not like I really need to do that. I'm going to be making tiles anyway. Or placing them, rather. Anyway. One thing I don't like is the ambience. I don't know why it keeps insisting that it plays a lush cave ambience, even though I'm making a cave of my own. Hmm. Fug. You know what? It don't matter. I don't care. I don't care if it's not correctly spaced. It is a back room for a factory. Who cares? I mean, I do, to a degree. But still. I need some light here. Give me some light somewhere. I can see shit. Tell you what, I definitely have to go through this and make some proper lighting adjustments. Mob spawn is one thing, but being able to see is another. course. That's the real profit generator. Or I can give tours to people that I can make join. Oh, hey, it's this song. Almost kind of reminds me of when you're watching an anime and they play the actual main theme of said anime, and it's like, oh, it's a fun montage of things, good things happening. Get that out of here. Now I gotta replace all these with those. Hmm. Like, doesn't it look nicer already? Immediately. Well, nice being subjective. Maybe. Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll see what happens. Fun little song. If I ever got custom music made for my stuff, I think Protodome might be the person I ask. Maybe. I don't know what they're doing nowadays. And I don't even know if they're taking commissions. So, shrug. I did not mean to do that. Now watch this be off by like a few things, like one or two blocks. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, wow, I've actually learned a thing or two. Cool shit. I'll have to put proper lighting up there later. Uh, I don't know. I feel like the indents are kind of weird. I mean, I could, but What is it swinging at? Kind of weird. Ah! But I like flat walls. I'm a weirdo like that. And besides, it's a ceiling. Damn it. Huh. Just make a mess. Clean it out of the vault later. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I'm gonna have to go up to every single funnel in this room and make sure that it's not being, like, obfuscated. Obfuscated? Whatever. Because I know mostly everything is being blocked by something falling onto the belts. There you go. Like, there's just so many Pokemon that spawn when I don't want them to. think I'm clear. All right. No, no, I am not. Just might as well get an outline in while I can. Okay. Thank you for sticking around and saying hi and stuff. Get get out of that. Go. Oy, ay, 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 ay. I feel like I'm Team Rocket over here, just capturing all these wild Pokemon that show up in front of me. Like, I can't help it. They're walking onto the belts. I'm just gonna not touch that area. Oh, lighting this is gonna be a pain, I can tell. Alright. Last stretch. Last stretch. We can do this. With one stack of deep sleep tiles. Oh no. No, 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 no. Let's fix that. Oh wow, something that isn't Louis Zong? I think I may have added too much of his music. Like, he's a good musician. I love his stuff, but I feel like it's become so dominant in the stream playlist that I think I might need to take a look at what some of these artists have released in the past year or two and add them to the list because I have not touched this playlist in a very long time and it's slowly coming up to the end of the year. Slowly. Because I think I made the playlist in like very early 2025 and added a few things here and there, but that was when I was super actively streaming too. And I was also playing games that didn't need Spotify. So I didn't really have too much of a pressure being like, oh, I need to add stuff now. Come on. Thank you. As long as I don't interact with the actual shaft itself, then I should be fine. Okay. Actually, no. Have a bit of fun with this. Alright. Now I have to remove the crap blocks that I added a few days ago. Optimize it just a bit. Now, if I really wanted to, well, no, I couldn't actually. Probably just encase these. You know what I'm thinking? I am thinking I don't need to adjust these anymore, so I'm going to actually just remove the indent over here and just have this be surface level. So that way it's kind of like a plaza. Well, a deck, rather. Oops. The problem, however, is this belt that is very prominent on all sides. So the only way I can possibly get out, like just make it safe, would be to add a catwalk, I think. I mean, it's not completely out of the realms of possibility. It does look nice though. Uh, hold on. That'd be silly. It wouldn't allow it, would it? No, because it would be on the active layer in which things actually move around. And so I would need to. Hey, that's. I mean, it would look cool. Maybe. Hold on. You know, I just realized, am I using the wrong kind of stairs with this catwalk? And it's like catwalk. And it's like catwalk stairs. Okay, so at least I have some somewhere. Yeah, right over here. And then I can put like a copycat pane like right under it or something like that. Be like, no, 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 no. This is a restricted zone, partner. This is your gate, your safety zone, as it were. Um, not pain. I don't need pains. Or do I? Let's try it. Now let's see. Okay, so this would be the fence. Oh, that's cute. But it wouldn't fit. Alright, what about pains? That also, it doesn't really fit. That's why I'm like, I don't know why I made these. Okay. How about the tried and true? Resetting everything in the inventory because there's too much shit. Hold on. Way too overstimulated. Oh, that's right. I was getting glowstone because I was gonna make a like an aether portal just to go around and slay things, but then I got distracted. That's how you know it's bad. But that will be for later, I guess. Shove all this back in, and then look for copycat. I have to admit, having a terminal has been super... Ah, that's the shit. It has been really unfortunate, actually. I had a feeling something like that would happen. I'll just place a block there for lighting, I guess. Uh, yeah, like backpacks are cool and all, but having a storage beyond that is crazy. I don't think I can place downstairs now. Let's try it. I know the answer is going to be no. Like, without a doubt. It's going to be a big fat uh-uh. 2 and 3. So you can place downstairs to go up to a catwalk, but to get them like this, you have to go it from the... Oh, that's such annoying. That is so annoying. I guess that gives me room to like go in the tunnel if I need to, for whatever reason. That's cool. Whatever. Go my block of weathered iron. Oh, is this the part where I realize I need zinc? Let's get this done and over with. I need a door. Give me a door. I don't have a door. Fine. Give me one of those. Shove it in there. Fine. I gotta make that brass room. Or the case room. I don't have any oak logs? No way. No way. Brass. Got it. And now, door. How many blocks is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, then. There we go. Only one thing really remains. A pressure plate, and I don't have it. Do I make one for here? I wonder. Eh. Seriously, I don't understand. Why it is such a finicky system. Whatever. When it comes back, it'll come back. And I will absolutely have the materials for an extended period of production. I almost kind of wish this wasn't a netherite scrap factory. I almost kind of wish it was like an iron thing. But I'm stubborn. I'm in too far deep for this now. I need to see this to the end. Because it's like I need maximum production. I want to have fun with this. It's like the functions are already there. It's just I'm doing beautification. I don't think I even need this. This is just casing. Where's my axe? There's my axe. Okay. Like, it's not explicitly a gearbox. So I'm absolutely gonna just tank it. Okay, 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 okay. I'm going to get sync. I need copycat layer. Coolio. R-click with the same copycat to enlarge? What does that even mean? Oh, I didn't want that. That's not right. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. It's not perfect, but oh, I want that. Okay. It's not even needed. Something about waste not, want not. Oh. Please, game. I'm trying to make sure it goes one way. And you're not working with me on this. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? I need to know. I must know. What the hell? I'm gonna go into obscenities here. Thank you. All right. I wish I could do something about this nightmare scenario over here, but I feel like I can't. At least not without tearing up the whole thing and just starting over. Because let's see. I want to work this belt and work these fans. I think I think my main problem is that I figured I can just take the chain driver. This chain drive, I guess if I really wanted to. Okay. Oh, that's a bad button to press. I should not have done that. Woof. Right, I forgot all my keypads. Even though they're my face buttons, I assigned them to other stuff. Oops. Okay. Um, what is the staircase that I made just to make sure all these gears work? That's silly. That's crazy. Um, y'all, I think I'm getting an idea. I think I'm getting. Is this hooked up to anything over here? Ah, man, I finally get inspiration and I gotta do this. 1 second. I needed to be going one particular way, and I feel like that'd just be a waste of a gearbox, personally. Okay, so let's see. I needed to go inverse. Unless... No, because it's the fucking... It's the chain drive, unfortunately. I think the issue is that I'm too dependent on... Well, that's swell, but... How do I get this belt moving, then? Do I have a surprise waiting for me behind here? No, I don't. No, I don't. Realistically speaking, I don't need these over here. I can work just fine with this and having this be over here, I guess, for decoration's sake. That still brings up the question and the concern of this. What happens? Yeah, I don't want that. So that turns it wrong. The wrong way. So what happens if I do this? It just turns that the right way. Okay. It's got to be a better... There's got to be something. This is a gearbox. Okay. I can make this rotate. Uh... I don't want it to be complete gearboxes, man. I... Of course, I'm just gonna have to be all gearboxes. Okay. It's always the case, ain't it? Alright, let's do a check. Seems like it's okay. I just don't like how it's just right in front of the funnel, though. Ooh. However... I could... do that. And there we go. Not too bad, not too bad. Now, why is there iron over here? That's a good reason. Good little reminder that I set up for myself, but I don't need that reminder anymore. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we are fantastic, actually. Lot of empty space, though, is the issue. I guess I could put more stuff here if I really wanted to. Maybe a little machine. Maybe. Guess all I have to really do now is lighting. For all of this floor. Because, oh boy, torches ain't gonna cut it, Chief. that's why. Okay. All right. All right. Gotcha, buddy. Well, look at that. It did wake up for a minute. You know, to a small degree, I almost feel like the back room looks nicer than the showroom. Fuck. Interesting. Probably because I had the other floor up way high. I'm letting the voices, but I want to see what happens. Getting like a 70s wood panel kind of feel. Yeah, I think I could work with this. Make it look all better lit up. Too ambitious. All right. What happens? I gotta know. I can't. Okay. I think I think that just about covers it for the back rooms here. Needs lighting, absolutely. But it's nice, it's organized, it's quiet, and I feel pretty good about it. Yeah. The only thing I would want maybe is like a little visual thing. What do they call it? Handle. That's right. Like a safety thing. Hmm. I guess I only really needed it for that one. Oh well. Always nice to have, though. Anyway, so I think I'm going to conclude the stream here right after I do this. Okay. So thank you very much for coming out. It does mean a lot if you were to like seeing this for like 5 seconds, and even more so if you said hi. Um, I don't know when I'll be streaming next, but I think I might do it sooner than later. Definitely not like a month. Definitely not planning any mid-August streams. Um, I'll see what I can do about jumping on and doing something. I don't know what time it'll be at, but keep an eye out, I suppose. Anyway, I will see y'all later. Stay safe.